Is there ever a need to redo A Christmas Carol in one way or another? Well, actually, with Scrooged, I feel like there was a complete need because this film is absolutely sensational. This was released in 1988 and directed by Richard Donner, brilliant surname for a Christmas film, and written by Michael O'Donoghue, Mitch Glazer, and of course Charles Dickens, based on the short story A Christmas Carol, which I love. And if you've never read the book, I thoroughly recommend it. It is fantastic. I think there are two reasons why this film's very much loved. Maybe three. One, Bill Murray is Scrooged, and he's absolutely brilliant. Two, visually, it's an absolute delight. And three, it's a really fascinating take on the story. So, the description from IMDb is a one sentence and it sums it up nicely. A selfish, cynical television executive is haunted by three spirits bearing lessons on Christmas Eve. We know the blueprint, we know how it works, we know what to expect, and boy does this deliver. So, Frank Cross, who is played by Bill Murray, is visited by our three ghosts, past, present, and future. And he goes to look at things and sees the error of his ways and works out what will happen if he doesn't change. And that sounds cliche, and we know what to expect. But Frank is such a likeable grump. He's great fun to watch. I love seeing how he reacts to these ghosts and how he reacts to what he's being shown. I think it's very funny. The comedic timing is absolutely brilliant. David Johansen is particularly amazing in this. In fact, to be honest, we have a brilliant cast throughout, and all of the performances are really engaging. Obviously, Bill Murray as Frank is sensational. Johansen plays the ghost of Christmas past, and he's quite eerie, and the ghosts don't look like ghosts in the way that one would expect. And that's something that I really liked. I thought that worked really well. And Brian Doyle Murray's in this. I'm particularly enjoying his work at the moment. I've seen a few things he's done more recently. And the film obviously has a lot of festivities around it, but the fact that it's also based on a TV executive makes me very excited, because I love films that are based on, films within a film or TV shows within a film. Honestly, it unfolds at a great pace. The pacing's brilliant. The character development is progressive as we meet each ghost and have each encounter. I think the pacing of the character development goes well with the pacing of the narrative. The choice of scenes that Frank is shown, I think, work very well. The dialogue, particularly from Frank, is brilliant. I love his expressions. I love his reactions. I think it's all very believable for the most part. There are certain aspects of it that aren't believable for reality, but they're believable within the narrative, if you know what I mean. The film itself is a pretty decent length. It's, according to IMDb, 101 minutes. So about an hour and 40. Honestly, time flies. It really does. But I suppose as the cliche goes, time flies when you're having fun. If you haven't seen this and you're a fan of A Christmas Carol or that kind of story, I think you will love this. This has to be one of my favourite versions of that. I'm not sure if I have an all-time favourite, but this definitely is up there. It was nominated for the Oscar for Best Makeup. It didn't win. I will see if I can see who did win for Best Makeup, because I'm not sure if it would have been up against something impressive or just something pretty generic. Sometimes I feel like there are not that many films with maybe extravagant... Oh, no. Okay, fair enough. Beetlejuice won one of my top 5 all-time favourite films. My second favourite Tim Burton film. Beetlejuice won the best makeup for that year. Alright, completely understand that. Scrooge also won the BMI Film and TV Awards for music, and the music is by none other than legendary, my favourite composer, Danny Elfman. So that's very, very exciting. I love Danny Elfman a lot. So that just gives that film an extra something that I adore. Is there anything wrong with this film? I don't think there is. Maybe there are small things that are not perfect, but honestly, I love it from start to finish. It's great fun, it's engaging, it's hilarious. Bill Murray is sensational. It's everything I love about A Christmas Carol, with a slightly more contemporary setting, some really characterful ghosts, and a whole lot of laughs. It's a great way to revisit the story. If you haven't seen it, believe the hype. I know a lot of films are hyped up and they're not as good as people say, but actually, this one is, and I think you will love it.